You don't know, you damn sure should know. I am Rag Reynolds, and today I'm taking a quiz to find out if I'm a Muslim or not. So this quiz is on areyoumuslim.com. I will leave a link to it in the description, but I'm pretty sure you can just search for that yourself. It's not too hard, I don't think. It should be easy even for the most simple-minded people watching this video. So I'm going to answer these 20 questions to find out my compatibility with the Quran and with Islam, because I feel like I'm onto something here. I feel like I might have just found my new religion. I've never been religious before, but perhaps Islam could be the one for me. Let's find out. 1. Do you believe in Do you believe in environmental conservation? Oh, this is a Yes, I know. I think it's important, but I'm going to say yes. In general, yes. Okay. 2. If God exists, do you believe there can only be one God? So basically, it's asking me if I think there was a God, would there only be one of them? I feel like yes, because I don't know why, I just feel like that if there is some sort of all-powerful being, he's probably going to have a big ego, and he's not going to let anyone else get in on that. Maybe there are other gods that are creating other things, but as far as like we're related in our galaxy, our universe, I'd say only one. So I'm going to say only one God. Do you believe there is only one true religion rather than elements of truth in many religions? I don't think any religions are true, so I'm going to say no. Because I guess it's more likely that there's little pieces taken around of stories that might be semi-true from certain parts, but I don't think any one religion is all true. Do you believe in original sin? A child carries the sins of another into this world. Of course not. A child doesn't have any sins of anyone other than their own sins. Do you think the law of requital is fair? What good to you will be? Yeah. Okay, so it's like karma, I suppose. So if you think you do bad, then bad will be done to you, type thing. No, I don't. I think there are bad people and there are good people. You look at examples throughout history, and you've got countless examples of horrible, bad people, and nothing bad ever happened to them, and you've got other people who are good and have always been good, and good things have happened. Although I guess this is saying it's about in the next life as well, and I don't really think there is a next life, so it would still be a no from me. Do you think women should fully cover their body in terms of their dress? No, it's their choice. There should really be a third option here, because I'm not undecided. I don't think yes, but I don't also think no. I don't think no, they shouldn't if they want to fully cover their body, then fully cover your bloody body. Do you believe if God exists, only God can forgive sins? For example, no intermediaries can forgive sins. Okay, so in Christianity, you can go to the church, you can speak to like a priest, and you can confess. Okay. I would think that if there is a God, I would think that only the God could be the one to forgive the sins, since really, if you commit a sin, you're going against his word. So if you're confessing and you're apologizing for something you've done, why would a priest really be the person to tell that to? A priest isn't the one you've committed the act against. It's God's name you've committed it against, because God told you not to, not the priest. So I would say yes, only God can forgive sins. Do you believe victims of crimes and or their families should have a say in the penalty for such crimes? No, I do not. Actually. No, I do not, because if you're a victim of something, no matter how small that crime is, you're going to be pretty angry probably, and for the most part, people are going to be wanting people killed. So maybe someone robs you, and then people are going to be, maybe you stole their most valuable possession, now they want you put to death or something. People are going to vary depending on the crime. I'm against like the likes of the death penalty and stuff in the first place. I think that prison's the best punishment for people, although I do think that prison climates need to be changed. It's too friendly in there, they've got too many luxuries and all that sort of stuff. So no, I don't think they should have a say in the penalty. I think it should just be prison. Do you believe in certain circumstances the death penalty could be warranted? I just spoke about that. No, I do not. Be the change you want to see in the world. I'd say I fairly agree with that. I don't entirely agree 100%, but I'd say I agree with that for the most part. Do you believe humans collectively have a natural instinct towards what is right and what is wrong? Yeah, I think they do. I've talked about this in other videos talking about rape culture and how feminists want there to be consent classes to teach people how not to rape. I think that's nonsense. People know that having sex or doing something to another person without their consent, without them wanting you to do that, is wrong. You don't need to tell someone. If you're a child and you punch someone in the face and they start crying, there's some sort of sense you can feel that person's upset. You know you've done something wrong. You know it's wrong, and no one else has to tell you that was wrong. You kind of feel that it's wrong based on the reaction and the response you get from the other person. So yes, there is a natural instinct towards what is right and what is wrong. Do you feel that many of these considered divine prophets or messengers, if they existed, like Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, delivered the same basic message of oneness of God, oneness of mankind, and doing good deeds? No, I do not. Muhammad is the worst of the lot. He was a warlord. He had a bloody 9-year-old wife, or I think she was 9, maybe I'm wrong on the age, but Muhammad was a horrible individual. Jesus was a friendly carpenter who taught people about love, about being pacifists, about respect, forgiving. I'm against all religion in the first place, but Jesus was a good guy. Moses, from my understanding, and Abraham were good guys. Muhammad, on the other hand, was a monster who tried to spread his religion at the end of a sword. So, no, I do not think... Oh, do you feel that many of these? No, I don't think it's the same message. Do you believe that there is a purpose for our existence? No, I don't. I would like to think that there was a purpose for our existence, and it upsets me that I don't think that. But I don't think that, and I can't control what I choose to believe. You believe just what you believe. You don't make your own beliefs. If you don't choose to believe in a God, it's whatever experiences in your life or whatever evidence has been presented to you that makes you believe in the God. You can choose to pretend to believe in the God. You can choose to ignore evidence for such things so that you can continue believing. But no, I don't think there's a purpose for our existence. Do you believe that mutual consultation should play a part in resolving the issues of the people? So, mutual consultation, I'm assuming that means, like, the government asking the people about their issues? That's really all I can really get from there. Mutual would be a two-way street, so I'm going to say yes. I don't think consultation is ever a bad thing. Even if I'm wrong on the meaning of that, consultation is always a good thing. I think people should be consulted for everything, especially regarding the issues of people. Would you like a belief system which clearly states how it proves itself? I guess. I like things to be as clear as possible. I don't really care because I'm not a religious person. But if I'm going to be looking at religious belief systems, then yes, I want something that's clear and how it just states what it is. Do you agree with the following? Actions speak louder than words. Yes, I do. Faith not supported by reason and empirical evidence is wishful thinking. I agree. Strongly agree with that one. Do you think the harm caused by alcohol/intoxicants is greater than their benefits? I guess the harm is great. Physically, I guess, like, to your body, yes, it's definitely worse to your body. But the reason people take these for the benefits is it's more of a mental thing. It's a state of mind. So really what you're comparing here is the physical harm on a person's body to what's going on in their mind, their state of mind, how happy they are, that type of thing. So, I think no. It can be obviously yes. It's a very I'm not undecided by this. I just think that there needs to be another option here. It needs to be sometimes rather than just a yes or a no, because sometimes, yes, it can be worse. I mean, if someone's drinking alcohol and it makes them violent and they go beat their wife, of course that's worse than any benefit they're going to have from it. But other people are going to take that alcohol and have a really good time. So I'm going to say no, because I think that it's a minority of people that have a lot of harm, such as take alcohol and go beat their wives. Most people are fine. Do you think freedom of speech and freedom of belief/religion is a fundamental right? I do. And finally, do you believe it's an individual's duty to distribute some of their wealth to the needy and promote social welfare? No, I don't. It's every individual's choice whether or not they want. You can do that if you want to, but it's your choice, and that's what matters. So I'm going to check my compatibility. Wow. 63% fairly compatible. Really? Do you believe... Oh, it's giving me like a breakdown. Okay. So these are all things that apparently... I'm not reading all of this, but apparently I have these in common with Islam. Do you believe in original sin? Okay, this one they disregarded. They disagreed, sorry. Yeah, they think that things, if you do a bad thing, it'll come to you in the next life. This one they also disagreed. Yeah, they think the family should have a say. Death penalty they think should be okay. They think that all the... What's this saying? We believe God was sent down. Freedom of speech? You really think... No. Wait a minute. There's no compulsion. Well, actually, I think this one's a bit of bullshit, because anyone who knows anything about Islam knows that Islam and freedom of speech do not go hand in hand. I mean, the Charlie Hebdo attacks, and people have been slaughtered for saying bad things about Islam. Islam and freedom of speech do not go hand in hand. I mean, there's a gross amount of Muslims, even in the UK, for example. I can't remember the exact numbers at the moment. I'd have to pull it up. But there's a gross amount of Muslims in the UK, moderates, who think that people should be punished for saying bad things about Islam. So yeah, some of this is just bullshit, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to go through this all. I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is, but I might have a look at it later and maybe post something on Twitter about it, because I think a lot of these might be wrong, since I've just noticed that one, and that one certainly isn't right. Yeah, that one certainly isn't right. I mean, even moving on from this freedom of speech part, as far as the religion goes, from my understanding, there's whole passages in the Quran about how it's okay for Christians to live amongst Muslims, just so long as they accept to having less rights. So, I mean, Islam thinks they're better than everyone else, so it's kind of not freedom of religion. So, yeah, I think that's enough for this anyway. If you want to do the test, link to it is in the description. Apparently I'm compatible with Islam. I don't necessarily believe that. I really do not believe that. But yeah, tell me what you think. What do you think about this quiz? What did you get in the quiz? And until next time, you're welcome, society.